Hi there, we are back for another episode of Shadowbringers. In this episode I want to do the Gunbreaker level 68 job quest of Defectors and Defenders. We are here in Ishgard Foundation, X 12.3, Y 11.3, and we have to talk to Radovan. Of Defectors and Defenders, Radovan and Sophie's expressions are as somber as their surroundings. We Rodgar are quite used to snow and ice, so we sometimes forget the problems it poses for other races. This morning a homeless hero lad was found lying stone cold in the street. When they came to carry him away, he was frozen solid like a statue. The poor thing can't have been more than 20 summers old. We asked the Temple Knights if there was something we could do, and we were told that they had the perfect assignment for us. Our client this time is Reese of Garland Ironworks. Their founder, Sid Garland, is one of the few Garleans to have turned his back on the Empire and is a hero to many living under their rule. I wonder if I might have the honor of meeting him in person. At any rate, we must first head to the Sky Steel manufacturing. Oh. Somewhere outside. Good morning. I take it you are the bodyguard sent by the Temple Knights? There's someone I'd like you to protect. A recently defected Garlean engineer, as it happens. I'll not before you with the details, but he is to oversee the installation of a cerulean heating system. We're hoping it would avert tragedies like the one that recently occurred in the room. Yes, we saw the body being carried away. Terrible sight it was. If this engineer friend of yours needs safe passage here, we'd be glad to help. Unfortunately, the Empire does not take kindly to desertion, especially when the man in question is one of its most highly esteemed scientists. We've received word that a group known as the Alode has been dispatched to see that he never reaches Ishgard. Gods be good. I've heard of them. Prisoners offered an opportunity to reduce their sentences through loyal service to Garlemald. By all accounts, they fight like men possessed, desperate to earn their freedom. Worst of all, they are led by Vitus Co Misala, a man whose cruelty knows no bounds. As a soldier, he reached the rank of Pilus Prior, but was relegated after butchering a village of innocent civilians purely to sate his own bloodlust. Even his fellow Garleans were disgusted by these barbaric acts, yet that did not to damage his reputation as a skilled warrior equal to Gaius van Belzer himself. During my imprisonment, Vitus Co Mesala came to enlist me. I told him I'd sooner rot in gold than serve under a rabid dog like him. As you can imagine, he was far from pleased with my refusal and tried to persuade me by using my Magitech collar to administer countless electric shocks. I'll never forget the look in his eyes as he pushed that button over and over. Of course, not everyone is as resilient as Radovan. Many who fight for the Alodi do so against their wills, though they are not less deadly for it. By the Fury, if I would known the danger involved, I would have called the whole thing off. it's too late now, so the airship is already on its way to Curtis. It should soon be arriving at the observatorium. Sadly, we couldn't gain permission to have an Imperial craft dock in the city for matters of security. From the rendezvous point, we'll proceed the rest of the way on foot. Once we are safely inside the Gates of Judgment, we can consider the mission a success. Your friend is risking his life for the sake of others. Reese, I give my word that he will reach Ishgard safely. Listen, Sophie. You know as well as I do that the LOD are as ruthless as they are tenacious. For that reason, I want you to stay behind. You think you can take them on without me there to heal you? Don't get me wrong, I'm grateful to have you by my side, but against foes like that, Sweden, I will struggle to protect you and the engineer. Protect me? Look, Radovan, we protect each other, remember? Or perhaps you see me as a nothing, Protect me. Look, Radovan. We protect each other, remember? Or perhaps you see me as nothing but a burden. Fine. Have it your way. Not to rush you or anything, but we should get going. I'll meet you at the airship landing on top of the tower. Before we leave, there's something I'd like to make clear. I didn't mean what I said to Sophie. I think she's an excellent conjurer and more than capable of taking care of herself. But this is Vitus Mesala we are dealing with, a monster who delights in toying with his prey. I can't let her face that kind of danger. You see, Sophie and I have been inseparable ever since we escaped our Gallian captors. When I discovered what had befallen my family, I came close to taking my own life, and I might have even gone through with it if Sophie hadn't stopped me. She's lost loved ones too, but has never given up hope. Sophie helped me realize there is still a place in this world for me. In fact, it was her idea that I became a bodyguard. Although no one will ever replace the family I lost, she helped fill that void in my life and gave me a reason to carry on. Ha! If she were here now, she would tell me to stop being such a sentimental old fool, or words of that effect. Anyway, the sooner we finish this assignment, the sooner I can get back her and apologize to her. Okay, so at the observatory. To contract. What? Ah, okay. Now that you're here, allow me to introduce the man you will be escorting. Katunan Mamula at your service, or should it be Katu Mamula now that I am in Ishkat? Is something the matter? No, it's nothing. Master Mamula is carrying documents liberated from the Empire that could prove vital in Garland Ironworks' investigation of Omega. This may lead to an increased likelihood of encountering Imperial pursuers, however. Well then, shall we begin? The Olodi knew we were coming. Hell's bells, they must have seen that airship from miles away. I'll stay with the engineer, you go on ahead and draw them out. We'll rendezvous at the camp to the north. Some of the already stayed in their hiding places until you'd passed. One of them got to Reese. He's hurt, but it could have been a lot worse. I'm sorry, they caught me by surprise. We've made it this far, but Vitus is still out there. If this is just a taste of what all they have in store for us, our best option is to avoid confrontation altogether. Mamula and I will sneak past them while you and Reese stay behind. The two of us stand a better chance than a group of 4. No, we should stick together. Take care of Mamula. I guess we should stick together. I know how you feel, but sometimes discretion is the better part of valor. You see the sense in this, don't you? We'll meet back in Ishgard. Okay. My colleagues will contact me via link call once Master Mamula has arrived in Ishgard. In the meantime, we should lie low. We don't want to alert the Alodi to our presence any more than we already have. Oh, and I'd better get these wounds looked at. Thank goodness you're all right. You'd been gone so long, I came looking for you. I met a few nasty characters on the way here, but I soon sent them packing. Wait, where's Radovan? And that engineer you're supposed to be escorting? Katon and Mamula? If the two of them are together, then Radovan never talks to anyone about it, but he comes from a place called Bossia Citadel. It was utterly destroyed in a Gallian experiment gone wrong. In charge of the project were Midas Nan Garland and his right-hand man Katonan Mamula. Radovan's opposition to Bossia being used as the testing ground for potentially dangerous Magitech led to his imprisonment, and his fears were proved correct when the city was obliterated. There's a strong chance that he is planning to exact his revenge. We have to stop him. They headed west towards Ishgard, yes? We should be able to follow their tracks. There's no time to lose. For my homeland, for my family. Bosnia? Sweet. Stay back. This fiend robbed me of everything I held dear. Don't deny me my vengeance. But he's unarmed. You swore to protect him. You swore to protect him. I will not beg your forgiveness, however, I ask that you hear my final words. Midas and I knew there were risks involved with the experiment, but we did not foresee that it could fail so catastrophically. I have lived with unending, agonizing guilt ever since. From that day forth, I have sought redemption, a chance to somehow right the wrongs I have committed. That is why I asked Midas' son, Sid, to aid in my defection from Garlemald, that my knowledge and expertise may be put to good use. But I always knew that the sins of my past would return to haunt me. I submit myself to your judgment. Does the word of a gunbreaker mean nothing? Have you forgotten about good fights? The word. What have I become? My honor as a gunbreaker, as a man, I have thrown it all away. You are the last of us now. You want us to kill him now, sir? No. The old goat can't wait. It's the prowling lion I want. Yes, your head will make a fine trophy. Is Mamula alright? And where's Radovan? Wandered off? But we've still got a job to do. And I dread to think what might have happened if you hadn't stopped him. Come on, sweet. With or without Radovan, we still have a job to do. Let's get Mamula to Ishgard. After the trouble you had reaching Camp Dragonhead, I am pleasantly surprised that the oldie kept away from us for the remainder of the journey. Yes, fortunate indeed. All's well that ends well, as the saying goes. One thing still troubles me, so if that Vitus Mesala is as ruthless as you say, I doubt the walls of Ishgard will deter him from pursuing his target. As such, Master Mamula will be closely guarded until we can be certain it's safe. Yes, it would be a shame if I were kept from fulfilling my obligations. I hope that the next time we meet I shall have glad tidings to share. We managed to get Mamula here unharmed, but in so doing we've lost sight of Radovan. He could be anywhere by now. But we've been through too much for me to turn my back on him now. If he decides to get his act together, he knows where to find me. Until then, we'd better be on the lookout for the old Olodi. I doubt we've seen the last of them. And the next quest we will get from Sophie at level 70, Steel Against Steel. There's a new command with level 70, continuation. This is a Gunbreaker. Okay. So, that was it for now. Thank you for watching and I will see you in the next episode. Bye bye!